Germany. And he liberated a concentration camp. And he was 20 years old. And he talked about the horror. I mean, he said Americans didn't really know what was going on till they got into the concentration camps. And he said when he got into that concentration camp, and he was a medic, and he said he saw human beings that were walking skeletons. And he cried because if you fed them too much, it would kill them. And here's these Americans with these food, and these people wanted this food, and you had to nurse them to be able to eat. And I used to sit and watch. There was a show, a television show on Sunday nights in America called Walter Cronkite's show. What was it? 20th Century? The 20th Century? And are you too young for that?
I think I watched it.
And they showed the concentration camps. And I said to my father, Dad, how did they allow that to happen? And then I would say, how did they allow slavery to happen? How was it in my time? I was born in 1951. That the Civil Rights Act was not enacted until 1964 in this country. That segregation was legal. How did the church let that happen? And then there was the genocide in Rwanda. And the world keeps saying never again. So in 2003, when I saw this happening in Darfur, I said, if nothing else than for my children and my grandchildren to see that this isn't going to happen on my watch. And I'm going to pour my life energies and investment in a local church in the middle of nowhere Midwest, into Darfur, Sudan. As a matter of fact, last year, the monies that went to UMCom from all Methodist churches, 25% of all monies that went to UMCom from Methodist churches came from Ginghamsburg Church. 25% of all United Methodist Church, local churches, money to UMCom. Now, UMCom gets a lot more. They get millions from FEMA government organizations. But last year they got $4 million from United Methodist churches, and $1.2 million came from Ginghamsburg Church. To give you some sense. So I said so is communication working in this place? Do you see the power of communication? So that's why Darfur. So as I travel around the world and talk about this, what I say to churches is get passionate about one place of great need. For too many of our churches, we're spread in many, many places. So no local church, no people really own one place sacrificially. So the one place this church is going to own is Darfur. And they begin to own it sacrificially then. And families, the typical family now at Ginghamsburg gives more than half, much more than half of what they spend. And in America, they spend way too much money on Christmas. An American family can easily spend $1,000 at Christmas, which is ridiculous. It's not even their birthday, it's Jesus' birthday. And so today, a family may spend $200 at Christmas and give $1,000 to Darfur. Some families give $30,000 to Darfur. I noticed last week in the offering, $7,000 and some dollars came into Darfur in last week's offering. It's all about repetitive communication and creative ways to communicate. Does that answer your question, though, why?
Yes.
Darfur, can you tell I'm passionate about it?
Yes.
I'm angry about it. I'm angry that the United Nations doesn't do anything. I'm angry, that the United States isn't making it a top priority. And when I'm there, the Muslim leaders say to me, why is it that you, the church, is here helping us? Where is Saudi Arabia? Where are our brothers and sisters? Where is Dubai? But it's the church. It's the church. And that's because God so loves the world. And we'll come. And it's really something when I take my son, my only son, to places of danger. I understand Abraham and Isaac. Yeah, I'm always glad when the airplane takes off out of these places of danger. That's my son, my only son. Right there, we're 3.5 hours into rebel territory. Right there. And when I take my son and only son, and I'm willing to sacrifice him, not to terrorize or tear down those that are different, but give our life for those who are different, to give our life for Muslims. That's powerful when we truly understand the call of Jesus Christ, who loves the world and gave his life for the world. That's what we're communicating. That's the good news that we're communicating. And we don't go with guns, rockets, or knives. See, that's why I stand in tension with America. That's why you'll see no American flag in this church anywhere. Because the church is not American. It represents the kingdom of God. And we stand in prophetic tension with many of the things that America stands for. Military might. You know, that America believes that you'll have victory by your chariots and horses. No, our victory is in the Lord. Materialism, racism, sexism, many things, you know, that we stand in tension with. That's the good news of the gospel of Jesus. And how do we communicate that? Media moves emotions. Media moves emotions. Any other questions? Right here.